video you're about to watch contains content that some viewers might not like. Viewer discretion is advised. You have been warned.
You thought I was joking, did ya? But I wasn't. Let's get this party started. Hello everyone, welcome to Goosebumps HorrorTown playthrough. This is Grim, and we're going to be taking a look at part 1 to this new Valentine's Day update known as Valentine at Poison Lake. Now, if you've seen part 0, you probably know a little bit about what's going on here. In it, I talked about the new character, Ellie, and a bit of what Poison Lake is and the story that was basically being based on. I didn't really talk much about last year's Valentine's Day event because it's kind of hard to bring it up with all the other information, and the video is long enough as to begin with. If you're ever curious, on this channel you will probably see the playthrough of Valentine Night Fever. But in this part we're going to be taking a briefly look at what is in this update, as well as just what is being offered, and then from there we'll talk about what will be coming up after this video is being uploaded. So let's just dive right in, shall we? So the first thing we're going to do is looking at the actual update itself, when it fully updated. The updated, I think it was in the 3rd of February, which is on a Monday. As you can see, the snow is finally gone, but we still have the request that we talked about last time, the car thing here. And I have a feeling that this wasn't going to stay for very long. When the update hit, it would probably just get rid of it, and get rid of it it did, unfortunately. So yeah, this is not going to be short-lived. But here's the Promenade, and oh man, they flooded the place. Look at this. It basically just defeats the purpose of the wave bar that's down there. But yeah, look at this place. It's just completely flooded. I'm not sure why exactly this clip in particular is no audio, but kudos to the person who actually ended up designing it. I've noticed that the designs for the promenades are getting a little bit more interesting, so it's not like just a basic, oh, here's the thing, and then they put items in it. They're actually going out of their way to make it look unique, so give it to them, props to that. Nothing's new up here. There is going to be 2 new lands, which I'm going to show in this part, and what their cost, as well as I'm going to see, where is it? Here we go. Valentine's at Poison Lake. Mayor has big plans for our town Valentine's month. With the new lake on our beloved Promenade, she's looking for new neighbors to come and visit HorrorTown and enjoy all the attractions it has to offer. And we got a creepy demon, which is, spoiler alert, our new character, Ellie. This is what she finally looks like. We have 28 days in order to complete this fully. And this simple basic stuff you've seen before: play animations, craft new items, play new scene. So this is using the same font from last year's Valentine's Day event, but it's using, oh, wait a minute. Okay, so cinemas. If you're curious, the cinemas was from this here. This was from the event, the Squeezers update. We also have both the 2 other characters, the Dream Master as well as Madame Doom. We have some Dark Rose Kiosk. We got Witch's Tent. We have a water pump. Looks like that is a soda kiosk. And oh, Sinner's Den. What is that all about? Well, okay, so so that's how much that is. I did not meant to do that. Oh, what's this? Valentine's full of horrors. Summon Ellie straight from hell. Ooh, Ellie even, yeah. So yeah, you can see why I gave the warning, because ooh, spooky. You're supposed to say heck, not hell. Ooh. I'm going to be a little bit more looser with my dialogue, but don't worry, it won't be too much graphic. But yeah, this event is going to be looking more so with the fire and flames, and I will talk about the pricing for one character in particular. You'll notice that 2 other, the new monsters and characters is not on this list. It is because it is going to stay permanent for the update, so at the end of the day, those characters are going to be staying. so you don't have to worry about missing out because they are there. The items you're seeing here are not going to stay, as far as I know, so they're going to disappear once this update hits. So we got a lot of interesting decor. Nothing really returning besides the two characters here, but a lot of them is very cool looking. Oh, look, they repurposed the water tanks. That's nice. The Valentine neon signs looks pretty cool though. Anyways, here is the new item, the Scream Monolith. I'll talk more about this in the Crafting 101, but let's see what we have to get here. It looks like we need 8 love potions. Oh, I'm going to be talking more about that one in a little bit, but yeah. Like sodas, it looks like we're going to use the Haunted Hotel. That's the new area. The Cursed Spellbook, yeah. So that's 12 of them. And Ellie's Apple-Strudel. Monster Diner, that's interesting. So we got the Monsters Diner here. Also, I'm sorry if I hear the word oh, wait. Before I do that, here's something new that everyone's going to be laughing at. What's this? Could it be? That's right, after what seemed like 9 months, we finally got a book update. Oh, hallelujah. We finally got something good. However, the price is a little bit wonky. I'll tell you why in a minute. First of all, let's see. This is a new monster, the Summoning Portal. It looks very interesting, but I'm not sure. But let's take a look at the new character. I believe she is the neighbors. Yes, there is. Oh. 666. Oh, you're getting close to Walter price. Yeah, so I get that it was for the joke. I'll talk. Oh man. Oh yeah, and there's this. We got the Goosebumps logo up there. You get 94%, so not bad, I guess. You'll notice in the Crafting 101 that the characters and whatnot are actually not that bad. Here is the first bundle we got, the Sweet Poison Pack. We got 2 of the new characters. Airport Runaway, Dark Tree, Water Pump, Dark... So we get all the suppliers. We get money and... Oh, that's very generous. Oh, okay. So this is our new... This is the Haunted Hotel, right? I like the design of it. But okay, so we got the Lake Sodas here, so we'll need... What is this thing here? Okay, so that's a Dark Rose, and then I think that's the water samples. So that's Unstable Feelings. Huh. Eye drops. Okay, so we're gonna have to use both. Yeah, we're gonna have to use both those 2 characters from previously, the Dream Master and the other person, and the creepypasta. Okay. Ooh, okay. I see a reference there. That's that great Easter egg. Oh, I get it, but oh man, internet lore memes. It's just so good. So it looks like the Mixed Feelings is going to be a little bit tricky to get. Okay, it seems simple enough. The Love Potion's interesting because there was something called a Love Potion in the game, but that's changed now. You'll also notice that now there's an option to say buy all. This used to be a thing before, but now they've done it simply so that if you don't have the items, you'll know exactly how much it costs. Also, I got this from the last Squeezer update, the bad video. And it drops currency every few hours, so that's kind of cool. I like the theater they made here compared to what was, I guess, was the Thriller theater from the last update. So, you know, beggars can't really be choosers. So let's go over here real quick because I believe we're gonna take a look at the last year's stuff from Valentine's. Yep. Oh, the Dream Hotel, and then this is the Haunted Studio. Okay, and here are the 2 new lands. We got the Riverside Plains. It looks pretty doable, but then we got this one up here, Roadside Plains. 300 of the Goosebucks. Well, that's a little bit pricey. I have enough though, so bye-bye money, I guess. Yep, I gotta wait an hour for that land to go up, but oh well. That's what we do in this game. Alright, so there's another pack here. This is the Will You Be Mine? It seems like this one does the suppliers again, except now they kind of give you more of the items. Okay, so they're very generous with these items here. Okay. Not bad. So this is one of those you buy it again and again kind of deal if you want to. Whereas the sweet poison is a one-time thing. After this is done, I think there is going to be another bundle with her, the spawns, and I believe it might also be with the Dream Master and the other one, but we'll have to wait and see how that goes around here. Ellie looks interesting as a new character. I think we're going to see more of her in part 2, but okay, so this is something new. Many Mysteries Club, the Anti-Cupid 3000. Okay, so we're going to need to use the new spawn scene too. It's good that they cost coins, so that's not too terrible. And then the Monster Diner has stuff here too. It's funny because I remember somebody was just like, "Oh, check out the Monster Diner," and the other thing. I was like, "Ah, nah." But now we do. And okay, heart in a box. Is that an actual heart on the apple strudel? Yeah. Okay. So and then there's that monstrosity down there. If you're wondering why I say apple strudel like that, it's because of this strudel. Yeah, with courage. You get the thing. I loved watching Courage when I was younger, so that was just stuck in my head. But yeah, apple strudel. It's basically like apple pie, or that thing. Apple strudel is basically an apple pie, except it's like when you buy it at McDonald's, so it's in a round pastry kind of deal. Yeah, so that's the event thing, the little hut, and I guess this is, what is this? The Poison Lake. Oh, it comes with a creature. I'll talk more about him in a little bit, but oh, it's a mud monster. Interesting. Alright, I think I still have long enough. Let's see what the quest is all about.
Hey, neighbor. What a horrific new day in town. Looks like the mayor has a big announcement for us. That will make this neighborhood even more terrifying for its little inhabitants.
So we have the green light to inaugurate the lake project? Yes, I'll make sure of that. Thank you for everything, Mr. Peepo. It's been a pleasure doing business with you. That sounded like a green light to me. Let's get this lake up and running.
That will be the greenest light indeed.
Slappy, why are you so mad about that? The greenest light. Expand the promenade, place a pump, and then place investigating the lake. Something I want to point out here. Okay, so we're gonna need to grind a little bit to get that. Something I wanted to point out here is, in order to get to this event, normally you have to be level 10 in order to unlock the promenade. This time around you have to be level 12, and I think it's because of certain items and certain characters that have to be unlocked before we can do anything. And Lucy here has the investigation of the lake, so there's that. Yeah, if it seems like I'm out of it, I apologize. I don't mean to be. It's just I've been working a lot, and I want to get this video out and running and up there, but sometimes it's a little bit harder to keep track on stuff. So this is the animation for Lucy right here, so let's take a closer look. Okay, so she looks like she's on the lakeside here. She's grabbing a vase, looking at it, smelling it, I guess, dropping it, and then rinse and repeat. Alright, so now we're going to take a look at characters that are useful. So here we have Mr. Mortman. He has a quest, which is watering bushes, which is his invisible house thing. So it gives us the rose, so let's do that. And that land is still expanding. You would think it'd be like, for cash it'd be like that, but nope. Don't know. I got Dustin next. He can, let's see here, yeah, he gives us swim at the lake, gives us a water sample. So it seems like the lake sample is going to be the common item to get, as well as the roses. Normally in these events there's like these kind of common, oh wait a minute, Sam has something too. Ooh, what's this? Write a song. It gets us a love potion. It's for 12 hours, but you know what, hey, that's pretty convenient because we need one of those for this event in order to get the grand prize. Something I will say is, like last year's Valentine's Day update, this one seems like it's going to be a little bit easier to grab. If you're a premium player like myself, I'll talk more about this in the Crafting 101 type of deal. But yeah, this seems very intriguing. So far I'm liking where this is going to be going. And, yeah, you might be, again, confused with the warning in the beginning of the video. That will be for later on. Yeah, you get a little bit of a taste with hell and stuff like that. And, oh, what's this going on here? Oh, that's an interesting animation. I like that. And they just backing up to go up there. That's interesting. Okay. Sam is going to be a little while before he gets to his destination. He needs a bench, unfortunately. Yeah, but yeah, the dialogue in this is going to be a little bit weird, and there's going to be interesting subject matters that is a little bit, you wouldn't see that in much of a R.L. Stine Goosebumps book, but perhaps you might see that in his other novels or adaptations that he had no involvement with, but besides his name and concept. So, there's that. Oh yeah, and this is a new thing too. This character, you know, she searches for clues. I'll give you a zoom in of what this looks like because I'm not sure if I gave a proper look. But one thing that's new now is that certain characters will be able to drop certain in-game items, or in this case, I believe the event currency. Oh, so this is Sam doing a love performance. He's trying to write a song, a little guitar. Man, he's being a little amateur kid there. Interesting. Yeah, so some characters you'll see is that they won't drop event items, but they will give you event currency. I believe the event currency is Dark Affections. Another character that drops Dark Affections currency is Brooke, which does the Deliver newspaper animation, which is 30 minutes, which is the only short one that does it is probably Courtney. Another useful character is this one, Dr. Brewer. He's a very interesting character because we haven't seen him being used for a long time. Grandma, if you got her during the Squeezers update, you can write a recipe and act mysterious. I believe this will be the last time she'll be useful because the next event she will not be used, because it seems like they'll be useful for 2 events and then that's it. And then if, you know, there's another alien event, you'll most likely be useful again. Another one is Marty. He does use a radio control boat. It will require a rock, but this is the problem. Okay, so if you're a new player, this won't probably affect you because you haven't gotten to this rock, but there's a particular rock, and you can get this unlocked during the area of the swamp, the Fever Swamp area. And for some reason, it's going to the rock in the town park, or the Promenade. He's going to the one I have here. So what we end up is with this strange animation you're about to see right about now. He has himself a Chuck Norris boat. It's swimming on land while also swimming inside the swamp lake too. Look at this. Look at this. What is this? It's supposed to be swimming in the lake. I can understand that. Like, that, yeah, I see what they were trying to do with that here. It just, when things don't go your way, oh well, it's what it is, unfortunately. Yeah, the Valentine's Day update, I was surprised last year that this used to be my was my top favorite of last year. Something else too, Fifi's not really useful and some other characters aren't really useful, but they'll need, the grocery bags, so that will be something you can utilize there. I ended up not bothering because I'll talk about that in the Crafting 101. But yeah, it's Mrs. Mark and drop petting Mr. Muffin will give us the dream catcher, so that's nice. We got to see Garfield again. I keep on calling it Garfield. I know it's not Garfield, but come on, it's a cat, an orange cat, tabby cat. Come on. Sharon can give us some currency by writing an autobiography. Yeah. I did do a top 10 updates, but I feel like I might expand upon that before I go into the books, just because. Yeah, so we got this back again, so that's great. I'm glad they kept this feature from the update beforehand. Someone very surprising. The police officer normally isn't done anything. She actually has an animation, or not really new animation, but she actually drops an event item, so this is her animation of looking for clues and calling for backup, so I might as well utilize, because I don't really focus much attention on them, so I'll give them kudos that they're utilizing these random generic characters on the background here. We have yet to see the firefighter do anything, or the doctor. They do around, like, yeah, so the doctor here, they have names, by the way. All of them have names, but I, for the life of me, cannot remember what they're called. Also, there's this real animation. So he's supposed to do this on the dummy, but because of his size, it just makes it look like there's a giant dummy, and he's putting a little dummy on top of the giant dummy. Andrew Craw can give us a rose, I believe. Yep. Thinking about life by doing that animation of him dropping his head on the guillotine. Megan does the flower kiosk, which makes sense, and she gives us event currency. So it seems like what happened last year, where certain characters that were not really useful, or at least useful in some ways, by making them kind of do event currency or give items. So I like that aspect. I'm glad they kind of brought that back here. Ricky has an animation, which is the Unleash the Romantic Side. I believe this was from last year's Valentine's Day update. I'll give you a quick zoom in because this was during the time where I haven't done it before. And speaking of which, Will is down there. Will was the premium character from the last year's update, so that's nice to see him around. So we got that going on here. So, yeah. Oh, so let me talk about this. The love potion is now called the Love Me Too potion. I think it's just for currency, some weird... It's interesting. I guess I understand why they did this, because they wanted to differ from one to the other. It's just, it was weird because you were looking at it and going like, wait, love potion? Well, don't we have a love potion? It's like, yeah, we do. Mrs. Dirk goes to the movies, gives us the lake soda, which is useful because I think that is one of the items we need for the event stuff. Another character, that was one that's talking about there, yeah, Walter is very expensive, and he still has nothing to do except give me groceries, so go do that. Conrad gives me groceries too, so might as well do that for now. Doing this late is not really a good idea. Claus, last year, Christmas update, he's useful here, which is surprising. He does the... he does 3 different tasks that you're allowed to do, which is funny because I thought Claus would not do anything, but he can this time around. And the only reason I say that is because last time, yeah, and I was trying to show you the animation here with Megan, but I'll show her during the her quest that comes up later on in one of the books, the Be Careful What You Wish For. Seder has 2 animation, one that drops currency, but then this one gives you the item, so might as well go with the item one here, in my personal opinion, but you know. And then surprisingly, Billy Deep, he actually has a task that not only gives you event currency, but also gives you an item. So it's nice to see him being utilized since May. After the May update, he was just kind of like, oh yeah, and there he is, who cares? And this will be it. Reggie, my character, he take a business call and then hide a home for a while. Actually drops us the cursed spell books. Well, it's a long half an hour day, but you know what? You're going to be hiding from home for a while. We're not going to see your mug, which is unfortunate because I would like him to do the present animation, but oh well. Beggars cannot be choosers. So I think that's about it for showcasing this update for now. The part 2 is going to be looking at the new character, the Ellie character, as well as their summoning portal, as well as other stuff too, especially talking about the swamp monster. I think I'll show a little bit of him in the Crafting 101, explain his mechanics a little bit, and you'll understand why with some things with him. He drops the event, not the event currency, but he drops like samples, so it's he's not the main focus, unfortunately. So it's interesting. I think the portal is more the focus this time around. The thing that's coming up next should be the Crafting 101 video. So you should see that coming up right after this video here to help you out during the event. We have a lot to go for, so the whole month of April, so that's always very helpful, so it's not so stressful as it used to be the other day around. What I'm planning to do, I'm hoping to do another top, not like a top 10 list, but it's like the top 2019 update. I wanted to add more to it. I know it seems a little bit weird for me to do that, but I felt like certain characters and items should have been more appreciated, so that's what I'm going to do this time around with this countdown. And hopefully by 2020, if the game's still going strong since then and get a full year out, I will most likely do the top moments in 2020 more better than I handled the 19 one here. It was the last moment of the, oh, I should do this type of deal. As far as after that, part 2 will probably not be coming out until like late February going into March. I tend to wait until the update's fully finished before I release everything. As you saw with the January's update, I didn't release it exactly on January because I wanted to try to get everything there, but as you saw, didn't really work out to my favorite. So what will end up happening is that I'm going to try to tackle the 6 books I have yet to showcase. One person in particular recently in my comments section wanted me to do the Black Ring, and I figured that was going to be my last thing, but I figured, you know what, I'm going to do that because the other choice I had wasn't going to be my favorite, but I might talk about that in a bit. So the videos that you're probably going to see is going to be hopefully the Black Ring stuff and its mechanics, as well as the continuation to the top 10 2019, whatever you like to call it, my top moments update type of deals. So that will be it from me. I've been a little bit sleepy, so I'm going to take a nap. I've been Grim, and I'll be seeing you next time at the Valentine's at Poison Lakes. Until then, hope you have a very happy Valentine's Day, or Love Day.